I wonder what kind of face Ragna's gonna make when I meet him again. But in this world, it's been over 90 years since the Dark War, right? Which would mean... Oh well, we'll figure it out when we see each other. Huh? That was... But there's no mistaking it. That's... Wait! Hey, wait! Nirvana! Thank goodness. I was afraid I lost you along the way. Hello, and how do you do? Sorry I chased after you all of a sudden.
Oh no, I knew you were chasing after us, so there's no need for apologies. But you just said Nirvana.
Yeah, that girl you have with you. She's Nirvana, right? Oh, I really missed you. But I wasn't expecting to be able to see you on this side. Hey, Nirvana, do you remember me? This is really strange. I was just with you only moments ago.
No!
Huh?
My sister is not Nirvana. Please stop saying things that don't make sense. Sis has been with me the whole time. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sis?
That's right. This person is my sister, not Nirvana, and not a Nox Nictoris. Sis? What's the matter? Why are you looking at her like that?
Oh, I see. So you're that little boy's older sister now, Nirvana?
That's not my sister's name. Sister is troubled. I won't forgive anyone who tries to mess with her mind.
Huh? Well, wait! Ah! Mr. Hakumen!
Back off, Nirvana. Behave now and I won't chase you.
Are you going to get in our way too?
Foolish.
You're strong.
Mr. Hakumen, please stop! You too, Nirvana? You want to protect this child, right? Then don't do anything that will put him in harm's way.
You think your compassion got through to her?
Compassion?
No, it's nothing. Sis, let's go. We need to find him. Excuse us.
Hey, wait! Aw, they're gone. I wanted to find out more about Nirvana, but at least she isn't alone. Now you have a little brother, huh? I'm so glad.
Celica A. Mercury.
Ah, you're Mr. Hakumen, right?
What are you doing here?
It is you, Mr. Hakumen. I'm so glad I finally ran into someone I know.
And it would seem I am indeed talking to you, Celica. Answer my question. What are you doing in this era?
That's my line. What are you doing here, Mr. Hakumen? This is 90 years after the Dark War, right?
Huh. So it is the Grimalkin's doing.
Grimalkin? Oh, you mean Kokinoe. You shouldn't call her mean names. She's actually a really nice person. I actually have no idea how I ended up here either. Kokinoe said something about copying me from the era immediately following the end of the Dark War, but her explanation is as difficult as listening to my sister. Something about me being in the future and Terumi doing really bad things. So, to put an end to his schemes, Kokinoe summoned me here. I think it went something like that.
So you've heard about Terumi?
not much more than that. I pieced it together from what Kokinoe and Taker told me. Oh, that's right. If you're here, Mr. Hakumen, does that mean the others are as well? Like Jubei, Valkenhayn, Trinity, and my sister?
Valkenhayn and Jubei exist in the form you remember.
Really? Wow! It's been 90 years, I guess. Technically speaking. I really want to see them. Where can I find them? If you know, could you tell me?
You would ask me?
Yeah, I really don't know much about this era or this city. Besides, I'm not really good with places I've never been, you remember?
I refuse. I unfortunately do not have the time to be babysitting a ghost from the past.
Could you please make an exception just this once? If you have errands you have to run, you can prioritize those.
I cannot take you along. You would get in the way. However, if I leave her be, she could very well starve in some alley. And more importantly, if he discovers her existence, it could be troublesome. Very well. However, I will only take you to see Valkenhayn. Beyond that, you will be on your own.
I see. You're really busy, huh? Okay. Well then, please take me to see Valkenhayn. But still, that was so surprising. To think that my sister and Mr. Jubei ended up marrying each other, and they have a child too. Say, you know, Kokinoe is a lot like my older sister when she's explaining things to people or when she makes a really difficult face. The way her tails are shaped is a little bit like Mr. Jubei, but I'm not too sure because I don't know many other beastkin. You know, in the beginning, I couldn't understand anything that was going on. So when I woke up in Kokinoe's lab, I thought I was having a dream.
Dream?
Yes, I mean, this is where I was born and the place that you and my sister protected with your lives. Yet the view looks completely different and there are no longer any people I know. So it feels very surreal. I felt like I was separated from the earth and floating in a space I don't belong. It was a little worrying. But you know, I heard in this world there's a guy named Ragna and Kokinoe knows him. And he has white hair and a red jacket. And that moment, my world became brighter. I felt so light. And the thought that I might be able to see Ragna again was... This time, I will really get to see him. That's why my heart is pounding so much. And then, I was able to see you, right? So I'm a little overwhelmed.
I see.
Ragna, he came from the future, huh? I wonder how it felt 90 years ago when we lived. How it felt for Ragna to go back to that time. Say, Mr. Hakumen, are you from the future too?
Why do you ask?
Because you seem to know a lot about Ragna, I thought the two of you actually came from this world. Wait a second. Then the Mr. Hakumen in front of me right now, are you the future Mr. Hakumen, or the Hakumen from 90 years ago?
You talk a lot.
I got a little excited. Ever since the war with the Black Beast had ended, I really didn't get the chance to talk to you that much. So I'm really just happy to be by your side. Oh yeah. Do you remember what you told me a long time ago? About the person that meant a lot to you? Were you able to meet her?
I was.
I see. That's good.
And you?
No, not yet. That's why I'm still looking. Huh? What? What's happening?
Stand back. It's the Mad Dog.
What a fine little prey I just happened to stumble upon. That appearance. Scent. Presence. I presume you're Hakumen of the Six Heroes.
the mad dog from Sector 7. Why do you stand in my way?
But you already know. To consume you.
Consume?
I can feel it. It's like the air itself is trembling. That aura, that power that oozes out of every part of your body. You are the same as me. Born to fight. You can only live on the battlefield.
You would call me one of your own? Huh. While I hate to agree with anything that comes from your mouth, perhaps my life too is one of a savage beast.
That's not true, Mr. Hakumen. You're not someone who only knows how to fight. You're so nice and sometimes funny. You're so much more.
Girl, you're not even worth talking about. Not even worth my time.
Stand behind me. Words are wasted on a beast like this one. He will not accept reason.
Exactly. Reason is unnecessary. What I seek is to fight to my heart's content. Now, let me feast on that flesh! Amazing! The sensation that's boiling up inside of me. More. Hit me with more of that strength of yours, hero of the Dark War.
I see no end to this. Celica, let's go.
Leave that to me. Yeah!
What?
Mr. Hakumen!
Let them get away. But what was that like just now? It was different from any Ars Magus I've seen. Still, to interrupt such an amazing duel, I don't like it. Never mind. Hakumen of the Six Heroes, the next time we meet, I will fight to my heart's content.
Did we lose him?
Looks like it. I don't hear his footsteps either. Phew, that was close. Was that a friend of yours, Mr. Hakumen?
I've heard of his name, but I would hardly call him a friend.
I see. Hey, can I ask you one more thing?
Do I have the option to refuse?
No, I'd probably still ask you because I'm really curious.
What is it?
Thank you. Mr. Hakumen? Are you holding back?
Why would you think so?
It was just a thought I had, but when I saw you earlier and when you're fighting, you seem a little different, like heavier or something.
Like you, my body has not been transferred to this timeline, only my existence. Which is why I cannot wield the power I once did on the battlefield.
Then, does that mean I don't have as much magical power either?
It's possible. Don't push yourself too hard.
Okay. You're always so nice.
Celica!
Huh? Mr. Jubei!
The cat.
I sense magic nearby, so I came to check out what it was. But what are you doing here?
I'm not too sure myself, but I'm copied from 90 years ago, or something.
And this is, Kokinoe's doing?
Wow, Mr. Hakumen and Mr. Jubei, you're both really amazing. How did you know that Kokinoe did it right away?
She's about the only one who could make something that sounds that impossible possible. It was Kokinoe that pulled Hakumen out of the boundary too, you see.
The boundary? You were brought here by Kokinoe, like me?
Not that different. Perfect timing, Cat. Could you take this child to Valkenhayn?
You should know that the world does not revolve around your desires, Mr. Hero. Whoa, it's Miss Rachel! You used to be so small, but now you're all grown up. It has been quite a while, hasn't it? It may not have been very long to you, but we were actually searching all over. Searching? For me? But of course, you are wholly ignorant to your importance to the world as usual. Ignorance should have its limits, child. Miss Rachel? I couldn't help but notice how convenient it is that everyone I sought had decided to gather in one place.
Harlequin, I have no intent of becoming your pawn. I believe that is what I told your pet wolf as well.
Oh, my apologies. I neglected the importance of your aimless wanderings. Horribly selfish of me, I know. Maybe you could help me prepare for a few minutes before stomping off this time?
Prepare?
Yes, if we could keep chit-chat to a minimum. It's a little out of character for me, but I'm going to move this meeting somewhere.
Welcome home, Madam Rachel.
Thank you. We are receiving guests.
So it would seem. Nonetheless, I wouldn't have expected you to find all of them together.
Whoa, such beautiful roses. And it smells so nice, too.
It has been quite some time, Miss Celica.
Yeah, it really has. Falkenhayn, I haven't seen you in ages, even in the old timeline. But I'm a little relieved. Mr. Hakumen and Mr. Jubei, both of you guys look exactly the same as you did, so I wasn't sure if I'm really 90 years into the future. At least you seem to age, Falkenhayn.
I'd not have it any other way. Though I haven't aged as well as I'd like, I can hardly move the way I once did.
But when I stand here and look at this scene, I feel like I'm the oddball out. Because she is here as well, right? The one you picked up off the street?
Oh, the way you said it sounds horrid. We simply saved the explaining for after we plucked her. Wait, by her, do you possibly mean...
She comes.
Huh? This child...
How? What are you doing here? Celica?
Aw, what's the matter? Why are you crying like... Wait, are you Trinity?
I'm sorry. Miss Celica,
Celica, this is probably after Kokonoe created your copy here, but 9 is...
Yeah, I know. Killed by Terumi, right? Kokonoe already told me.
No, it's not true. The one who killed 9 is actually me.
Killed is a strong word. More accurately, their souls fell into the boundary. In her case, she was able to seal her soul into the staff beforehand. Staff? I see. That must be the Maturine. In its core, Trinity lies dormant. Oh, Trinity. Don't cry. No matter what you did, Miss Trinity, I'm sure my sister wouldn't get mad or hold a grudge against you. Actually, I think she would worry about you. The fact that you blame yourself for what happened and cry, she would be worrying about that the entire time.
Please do not forgive me. I cannot forgive myself. If I wasn't so weak, so foolish. If only I had listened to 9 that time. If I hadn't broken the magic that 9 put onto Terumi.
Don't say that. Sister wouldn't blame you for what you've done, Miss Trinity. We wouldn't want you to feel guilty, especially about something concerning us. We want those we love to be smiling, always. So we'll do anything to make sure that happens. Me and my sister. And I'm really happy that you're here, Trinity. And not just you, everyone. Mr. Hakumen, Mr. Jubei, Valkenhayn, Rachel. If the result is all of you here in front of me, then I'll like it. So please, okay?
Yes, Celica. I'm terribly sorry I fell apart earlier.
Trinity, your eyes are completely red.
Please do not stare at me too much. It's embarrassing.
Now that the child is over her temper, shall we get started? This isn't precisely a reunion after all.
Oh, right. I was just too excited to be able to see all of you guys.
Excuse me, is this about what we discussed earlier?
What you discussed?
Your plan to best Terumi?
Yes, but we haven't much time left, so I need to go see my other problem child. Valkenhayn, I leave the rest to you. Please have the preparations ready by the time I return.
Understood.
Where are you going, Miss Rachel?
Foolish child, you're coming with me.
Huh? Me?
Yes, as much as I loathe the thought the two of you should meet. You do want to meet him, do you not? Ragnar the Blood Edge?
Harlequin, what are you thinking?
You'll understand soon enough. So, are you coming or not?
I'll go. I'll definitely go. Please take me to wherever Ragnar is.
You really are exactly the same as you were back then. How annoying.
What's that?
It's nothing. Let us be on our way.
Yeah.
Celica?
Mr. Hakumen, thank you so much for taking me here, but everyone, I have to go do this.
Please, come home safe, Madam Rachel. How about we go inside for the time being? You are my master's guest, after all. It would be rude of me to keep you waiting outside.
Then I believe we shall. Come, Hakumen. I think what she has to say is worth hearing. It's not as though you have a definitive plan to kill Terumi, is it? Well, don't be so stubborn. No matter what it is you seek at the end, what we must do right now is quite simple.
Miss Rachel mentioned she needed your help in this matter as well, Hakumen. I ask of you, too. Please help us.
We need to clean up our own mess with our own hands. The mess we 6 heroes have left behind.
My blade exists to slaughter evil. I'm not sold on the matter. However, if he is truly our obstacle, then he shall appear before us in due time. I shall hear the Harlequin's plan to end this evil which we have let slip.
How strange that we would once again meet in this castle.
We've never gathered like this before, have we? Although, right now, it's just the 4 of us.
We have never reconvened since the Dark War, I believe. Once the beast was laid to rest, I returned here post-haste, and neglected the other post-war matters.
Following the war, those were dark times. All those people calling us heroes, practically worshipping us, a bunch of Joes who stuck our noses in. Hakumen and I didn't seem important anymore, and left immediately. On the other hand, Nine and Trinity were on some silly mission with Terumi, and by the time we realized, the post-war cleanup was already done.
Even the seals on the phenomena weapons. The NOL placed the sealing spell on the artifact, instead of its inventor, Nine. She didn't seem too happy that time.
They were operating behind the war the entire time. Unlike us on the front lines, causing a deception of that caliber would have been simple.
No one could really move, and a few years had passed. He suddenly disappeared from the grid and
a few months later,
That day, I knew Teremi was going to disappear. Moreover, I would meet him from time to time and would undo the Mind Eater curse. I thought that I could save him.
We're partly to blame as well. As soon as the war ended, we should have killed him. But I was so afraid of bad rumors spreading around 9 that I didn't. I trusted the Mind Eater.
Our regrets will have no end, for we are constantly living in the past. Enough nostalgia. We must be adjudicators of our own crimes, and destroy the evils which we have let loose.
indeed. So I would like to discuss that plan. Simply, Madam Rachel is attempting to pull out Teremi's spiritual body.
His mental... She's going to drag the real him out of that vessel that he's using? Like before, when I had initiated, then Hakumen fell into the boundary.
No. If we separate his body from his mind, while we will be able to attack him, we will also give him the freedom of not being bound to a vessel. If we do, for whatever reason, let him slip through the cracks, he will be gone forever. What Madam Rachel is trying to do is keep him bound to his current body while pulling only his mind over to this side.
Supposedly, Teremi is a life form with no physical body. However, that would complicate a lot of matters, so he is being bound to the vessel Hazama. Even during the Dark War, the man we called Teremi was fused to another body in order to fight for our cause. Different body and different personality. Before merging with him, these people had completely different lives.
So, the person we called Teremi has a personality that came with a body, but that was separate from himself, the man.
If you wanted to prioritize ease of understanding, then it would be something like that. At the same time, if the body was made specifically to fit Teremi, I doubt the personality would be far from the original.
During the Dark War, Teremi was merged with a body. However, he mentally separated his personality as Teremi and his personality of the vessel, and was able to act and control the body entirely on his own will.
So, similar to how he is right now, then.
Before, he said himself that because of Nine's Mind Eater spell, he couldn't fuse very well.
The body he used in the Dark War was destroyed in the Boundary, like Lord Hakumen. But his mental state is the same that it was. There are still residual effects of the magic, which means when he merged with his new body, Hazama, it was not perfect. We'll attack that incomplete state and separate the two of them momentarily.
And therefore, by dragging out his spirit to the foreground, we will force him to exist not as Hazama, but as Terumi.
If we succeed, we may even be able to damage his flesh.
To attack an incomplete fusion. I see. That is why the Muchorian is necessary.
Yes, we are going to materialize his spirit directly.